Good afternoon. We ask the audience to please be seated. The processional will begin momentarily. Distinguished guests, we will begin the ceremony shortly. We ask that you please remain in your seat during the ceremony. Professional photographers from Grad Images are taking photographs during the ceremony. If you would like to take your own photographs, please do so from your seat. Photo station locations are available throughout campus, and we invite you to use them for taking photos after the ceremony. A list of these areas is printed on page 18 of your program. This ceremony will also be broadcast live downstairs for guests seeking additional seating. If you are interested, please ask a staff member in a green S&T polo shirt to direct you to the overflow seating area downstairs. Distinguished guests, good afternoon and welcome to the commencement at Missouri University of Science and Technology. We ask that the audience to please stand and remain standing as you are able for the candidates processional. Distinguished guests, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Air Force ROTC Blue Sabres and the Army ROTC Stonehenge Battalion. Gentlemen on stage, please remove your caps for the national anthem. Thank you to the Missouri S&T University Winds and the Missouri S&T Choral Program for providing music for the opening of our ceremony. Thank you to the Air Force and Army ROTC cadets for presenting the colors. Distinguished guests, please be seated. We now ask that you direct your attention to the screens at the front of the stage to remember and honor members of the Minor family who passed away during the past year. These were current S&T students, faculty, and staff whose lives were sadly lost. Please honor their memory with a moment of silence as the video plays. Thank you for observing a moment of silence and honoring the lives of these minors. Chancellor Modegani will now begin our program.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, we got to try this again. Good afternoon. Yes, that's a lot more like it. Welcome. Welcome to today's commencement ceremonies. I would like to introduce some distinguished members of our platform party. Our Board of Trustees at Missouri S&T comprises alumni and friends whose accomplishments, experiences, and interests help guide the future of our great university. We are honored today to have with us our President of the Board, Mr. Stephen Wanning. President Wanning, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service, sir. Research is a core part of our educational mission as an Research One university. Leading this effort is Dr. Kamal Khayyat, Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation. Vice Chancellor Khayyat, will you please stand and be recognized? Finance and operations staff are needed to support our academic and research missions. This division includes human resources, university police, design, construction, and space management, and much more. Leading this division is Alicia O'Neill, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Operations. Vice Chancellor O'Neill, will you please stand and be recognized? Shared governance is an important quality of Missouri S&T. The Faculty Senate plays a critical role in our university's planning and decision-making processes. Representing our Faculty Senate today is Dr. David Westenberg, President of the Senate. Dr. Westenberg, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. Our library and learning resources are a key element for our researchers and students to succeed. Leading these services is Dr. Bella Carr-Gerlich, Vice Provost and Dean of Libraries. Dr. Gerlich, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I'd like to recognize Dr. Stephen Roberts, who's filling in tonight for our Provost, Dr. Colin Potts, due to a death in Dr. Colin's family. Dr. Roberts is our Vice Chancellor for Strategic Initiatives. Dr. Roberts, will you please stand and be recognized? I would now like to recognize our mace bearers for our ceremonies. Historically, the mace is a symbol of authority dating from medieval times when knights carried them during processions with their royalty. As the tradition grew, the mace became a ceremonial symbol of peaceful leadership. It is an honor to serve as a mace bearer. Missouri S&T selects faculty and student mace bearers for each commencement ceremony. You can read more about these individuals on pages 7 and 8 of your programs. Mace bearers, please stand as I call your name, and the audience, please hold your applause until I read all the names. Representing the College of Arts, Sciences, and Economics is Dr. David Dornell, Professor and Chair of Biological Sciences, and Jada Ayers, who will be conferred a bachelor's degree in chemistry today. Please stand up. Representing the College of Engineering and Computing is Dr. Kwame Awa-Ofi, Chair and the Union Pacific Rocky Mountain Energy Professor of Mining and Explosives Engineering, and Anai Sandoval, who will be conferred a bachelor's degree in computer science today. Representing the Comer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development is Dr. Beru Lee, Associate Professor of Business and Information Technology, and Michael Coletti, who will be conferred bachelor's degrees today, one in economics and one in physics. Would you all please stand up, and thank you for all your services. Thank you. You may be seated. Today we are celebrating accomplishments of our graduating class. Graduates, please look at your family members and friends in the audience, in the building, and wave at them. Look at them. Stand up. Why don't you stand up and look at your family members? Stand up, all of you. Look at them. Wave at them. Recognize all their efforts and all that they have done for you. You may be seated. And when you go home, give them a long hug and acknowledge everything that they've done for you to be here today. Every graduate sitting here has a unique story and mentors who made a difference in their lives. I'd like to recognize a few faculty and staff members who were nominated by our graduates for believing in their potential, offering guidance, and helping shape their path to success. You will spot them wearing or behind every graduate pen, and you can read about them in their own words, how these individuals inspired them at commencement.mst.edu. You can see a full list of these honorees on the website or on page 6 of your programs. A few of these individuals could not attend today due to illness or family commitments. I'd like to ask these mentors to please stand as I read your name, and the audience, please hold your applause until I'm finished with the names. Dr. Eric Bryan, Professor of English and Technical Communication. Mr. Rob Cummings, Head Men's Soccer Coach. Dr. Christy Lux, Teaching Professor of Chemical and Biochemical Engineering. Dr. Ricardo Morales, Associate Teaching Professor of Computer Science. Dr. Michael Peterson, Assistant Professor of Arts, Languages, and Philosophy. Dr. Thomas Schumann, Professor of Chemistry. Mr. Jody Seeley, Academic Advisor for the College of Engineering and Computing. Dr. Venkata Sriram Siddharth Nedandela, Assistant Professor of Computer Science. Mr. James Sloan, Manager of Student Support Services for S&T's International Student and Scholar Services. And Mr. Kevin Walkup, Academic Advisor who was nominated by multiple students. And finally, Mr. Mike Pierce, University Photographer. For all of you nominated for this honor, thank you for believing in our students and helping them achieve these important milestones in their careers and in their lives. How about a round of applause for everyone? Thank you all. You may be seated. Graduates, I'd like to ask you to also consider all the people cheering for you who are not in the building and are watching this event via live stream. They have committed a lot of effort for you to get into this university and now to graduate from this wonderful university. So when you get home, thank them as well and give them a hug as well. I'd like to recognize all our faculty who have dedicated their careers to teaching in pursuit of knowledge and who have helped all our graduates reach their academic goals. Faculty, will you please stand up and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you sincerely for all that you do. Graduates, we could not be more proud of you. Not only have you completed rigorous coursework and achieved your degree, but many of you have also participated in hands-on learning through student design teams, internships, co-ops, partnership with others, and community service. You faced challenges and persevered. And you are here today, more resilient than when you started down your academic path years ago. For 155 years, this wonderful university has educated creative thinkers, innovators, and leaders among many industries. And now you join those distinguished alumni. I also want you to know that based on the last 3 years' data, the starting salary of our graduates on the average is the highest in the state of Missouri, by far. In fact, a second distant second is Washington University, and I think their tuition is about 7 times ours. So through your relentless pursuit of purpose, you and your fellow graduates will provide critical contribution to critical challenges facing our society and the world. You will invent new businesses and technologies, support cybersecurity, help protect the environment, further space exploration, educate our youth, or any of the thousands of other interesting careers that our alumni pursue. You may excel in a job that doesn't even exist yet. Each week, I send an email on Friday mornings to our students, faculty, staff, alumni, presidents of other universities, and many, many others. Who in here receives my Friday messages? Let me see a show of hands. Raise your hand. I won't ask you if you read it, but raise your hand. Okay, so at least you admit that you received them. Regardless of the topic of my email, every single time I hear from alumni who graduated from this wonderful university decades ago, as well as those who graduated recently. And to the person, they highlight the impact that the education of Missouri School of Mines or UMR or Missouri S&T has had on their careers and their lives. In fact, there is a gentleman who's 96 years old. He graduated in 1949. And he graduated in mining engineering and was hired by a mining company, sent to Brazil to manage the mining operations there. He is 96. He has 72 children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. And he writes to me, and he tells me what this campus used to look like 70 years ago. And it is amazing how, to this day, he complains about the rigor of the courses that you complain about. So you're not alone. You're not alone. You are now joining an elite class of miners. It is wonderful, of course, for me to hear from all of you, from all of our alums, and I have no doubt that your education will pay significant dividend as well. I hope that one day you too will reach out to the chancellor of this university and let him or her know about the successes of your life and your career. You deserve to be here, and I know your future will be bright. Congratulations again.
At this time, Missouri University of Science and Technology would like to recognize Mr. William R. Kennedy by conferring the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa. Dr. Stephen Roberts, Vice Chancellor for Strategic Initiatives, will say a few words.
Good afternoon. Chancellor, it is my honor to present Mr. William R. Kennedy. Bill is President and CEO of Jack Kennedy Metal Products and Buildings Incorporated, based in Taylorville, Illinois. It is the world's largest mining ventilation firm, and the multinational company excels in mining ventilation, research, consulting, and equipment manufacturing. Mr. Kennedy literally wrote the book on mine ventilation, entitled Practical Mine Ventilation. The second edition sold out, and he is working currently on the third edition. Mr. Kennedy has devoted his career to mining safety and holds 91 U.S. and foreign patents, with more patents pending. His expertise is sought after across the mining industry, and he regularly shares his knowledge as a guest lecturer at colleges and companies. In 2005, Bill was honored with a professional degree from Missouri S&T. Students in the audience especially those in mining engineering, may recognize his name on the Kennedy Experimental Mine Building. In 2016, he gave the lead gift to support construction of this learning center that houses classrooms, mine rescue and mucking stations, labs, and more. Chancellor, it is my honor and privilege to present Mr. William R. Kennedy for the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. Let me also say a few words about Bill Kennedy, a wonderful friend of Missouri S&T. As Steve just mentioned, he's been a devoted supporter of the university, particularly the mining engineering in the university. Bill also has a remarkable passion, aside from mining and ventilation and all of that. And he's got the most beautiful collection of Rolls Royces anywhere in the Midwest that you can see. In fact, it's truly remarkable. I have been to his garage, underground garage, in the middle of nowhere, in Taylorville, Illinois, that you take a massive elevator that he designed and built to the subterranean garage, and when you walk in there, the whole of Champs-Élysées opens up to you. And they are all these classic Rolls Royces, all refurbished by no one other than Mr. Kennedy himself. I also enjoy my interactions with Bill. He's been a mentor of mine for many years, and I think his talents for seeing where the future goes, particularly in mining safety and mining engineering, is remarkable. So Bill, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend of Missouri S&T. We cherish your partnership with us. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri System, and with recommendations of the Faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology, I confer the degree Doctor of Engineering honoris causa, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the responsibilities and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Bill.
Congratulations, Mr. Kennedy. The university will now honor Mr. Larry Keeley with a special Lifetime Achievement recognition.
It is a pleasure, truly a pleasure, to recognize a remarkable miner, Mr. Larry Keeley, a successful alumnus and business leader, for his lifetime achievement. Before he says a few words to our soon-to-be graduates, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Larry Keeley. Larry is the founder and chair of Keeley Construction Group, launched in 1975 after 14 years of industry experience. He quickly established himself as a national leader in paving by growing his company into a nationally recognized full-service construction firm. Through vision, grit, and a deep commitment to mission and values, Larry and his son, Rusty, who's also in the audience with us, in fact, he's taking a picture right now, standing there, grew Keeley Construction from a $5 million paving contractor into a civil, industrial, and building powerhouse. The Keeley companies have expanded into a multi-billion-dollar platform with over 1,500 team members known as Keelians nationwide. They believe if you get the people right, the results will follow. Today, Larry serves as the chair of Keeley companies, including Keeley Construction, Keeley Properties, and Keeley Restoration Services. Mr. Keeley's passion for giving back and making a difference has him leading by example, volunteering weekly with Keeley Cares Foundation. I got to tell you folks, I've been to the headquarters of Keeley Construction. And one wall in particular is absolutely impressive. It's a big wall with the logos of all the charitable contributions in St. Louis, in the state of Missouri, and beyond that Keelians have contributed to. There is a logo of each one of these organizations that Keeley has supported, and there are hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. I easily, without hesitation, say that Keeley has been the most generous company that I have visited. And for that, all of us are grateful. Mr. Keeley continues to enhance the Keeley culture each day with his presence in the office and on the job site. His greatest joy remains his family, and he is blessed with three children and 6 grandchildren who continue to inspire his journey. Larry, you still have a long ways to go to 72. Mr. Larry Keeley, it is my pleasure to honor you for your lifetime achievement. Would you please say a few words?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you, Chancellor Moe, for having us. In 1956, I came to Missouri S&T as a freshman, full of excited and full of curiosity and determination. This university provided me the knowledge and opportunity to take over my father's business after he passed away during my senior year. I look back at those formidable 4 years as being the platform for my future. To those graduating today, you are stepping into a world that will ask a lot of you. It will test your values, your perseverance, and your sense of self. My advice to you is show up with integrity, lead with courage, and never give up. Don't be afraid to take that path that's different from what you had planned. Stay curious, and lastly, surround yourself with great people. Being here today brings a great chapter in my life full circle. Thank you for this Lifetime Achievement Award and making this moment possible. I am proud to stand amongst you new alums, not just as someone who studied here, but as someone who always believed in what S&T stands for. You have a great education, and the future is bright for each one of you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Larry Keeley.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to now honor Mr. Keeley with a achievement award, but I wanted to highlight that when he left the university, he had 166 credit hours qualifying him for a master's degree. He didn't know this until today, but I just wanted him to know that if he ever wants to get a master's degree, he's done enough credits already. Forget bachelor's degrees. So.
Chancellor Degani will now introduce today's student speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have with us today Mr. Aidan Pickett, the president of our student council. Aidan is from O'Fallon, Missouri, and is pursuing degrees in computer science and psychological sciences, with a minor in bioinformatics and a certificate in neurosciences. Did you get all that? Aidan works as a research assistant in Dr. Daniel Shank and Dr. Casey Canfield's laboratories, focusing on explainable artificial intelligence for kidney transplants. Outside of his studies and research, Aidan works as a resident assistant and a KMNR radio DJ. How do you do all of that? Aidan also serves on the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education Student Advisory Board, and he recently participated on a Missouri S&T team that advanced to the semifinals of the Global Health Innovation Grand Challenge. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Aidan Pickett.
Congratulations to each and every single one of you. You are here today in no small part through your own personal perseverance against many trials and many labors. How many late nights? How many assignments and deadlines? How many extracurricular tasks too interesting to stop partaking in? Some of you come from design teams here on campus, others from academic labs. Some of you have spent your summers working in industry, and others put this day off by a semester to delve deep into a co-op. However, all of you have worked tirelessly for your dreams. You are here today thanks to that ever so significant work. You have earned the right to be in this room. There is not a single person on this planet who can take this expertise away from you. And isn't that feeling wonderful? I say again, congratulations. Doesn't it seem like just yesterday you dared to endeavor onto this campus, navigating moving out from home and learning of all the opportunities to allow your interests to flourish? Time throws itself past us like it's attempting to escape our grasp. As it flies by, we're lucky enough to collect experiences to last a lifetime, as you have all done here in college, here at Missouri S&T. Each experience collecting itself brick by brick in your wall of confidence, shaping who you are and who you will continue to become. Here, at the end of a journey and the beginning of a new one, the time you have spent diving deep into those opportunities has shaped your personal toolkit, as one may say. You have equipped yourself with both the knowledge and the experience to succeed. You are ready for what comes next. And so, today, we celebrate. Today, we cheer. Today, you all should lift your heads high, for there is no greater pleasure than witnessing firsthand the fruits of your labor come to fruition. Few things will ever be so sweet. I say to you, it is not the school that makes the student, but the students who make the school. I stand here and I stare out at unequivocal excellence. You all have collectively made this university what it is today through your accolades and your accomplishments, both small and large. And so I say, why stop here? It is not the world that makes the people, but the people who shape the world. This is just the beginning of something much, much greater. As you all move on into industry, higher education, and more, reflect upon the influence that you have and that you will continue to gain. What can you do to shape it all to be better? Where are you needed? Where are you wanted? But most importantly, where do you want to go? With this degree, your intuition and your ambition, there is no limit. Passion will take you distances where talent never had the grit to travel. So once again, and for one final time, I say to you all, congratulations. It is with great pleasure that I tell you to stand triumphant today as you continue to move on to solve for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andon Pickett. Chancellor Degani will now introduce today's commencement speaker.
Distinguished guests, we are delighted to have with us today the Honorable Mike Parson. This morning, we conferred upon Governor Parson the Doctor of Engineering honoris causa. Mike Parson served as the 57th Governor of Missouri from 2018 to 2025. His previous roles included Lieutenant Governor, State Senator, State Representative, and Sheriff of Polk County. Governor Parson is a native of Wheatland, Missouri, a U.S. Army veteran and third-generation farmer. He has dedicated his career to public service and supporting Missouri's workforce, infrastructure, and education system. During his tenure, Governor Parson focused on strengthening the state's economy, expanding job training opportunities, and enhancing broadband access across Missouri. He played a key role in championing the Missouri Protoplex and in securing Missouri's designation as a federal tech hub, advancing innovation and economic development statewide. I can honestly tell that I had visited the governor many times, virtually knee-walking into his office and essentially asking for support of the university. I did that because I knew he was a great supporter of higher education and universities across the state of Missouri, and we will really a special beneficiary from his generosity and foresightfulness. As I said in here, the Protoplex building that you see across the highway would not have been possible without the foresightfulness of Governor and his support for manufacturing technologies and manufacturing industry in the state of Missouri, for which we are absolutely grateful. And that building is going to open up in February of next year, and already that space is accounted for by companies wanting to be a part of the advancement that will happen in the advanced manufacturing Protoplex building of Missouri S&T. Governor Parson and his wife, Teresa, have been married since 1985 and are proud parents, grandparents, and most recently, great-grandparents. They live in Bolivar, Missouri, where they continue to operate their family farm. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Mike Parson. Governor.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, and what an honor it is to be here today. First of all, where I came from, and I'm going to talk about where you came from before this speech is over today, but where I came from. My mom and dad were sharecroppers. If you don't know what sharecroppers were, there was our family moved from farm to farm working on other people's farms when I grew up. There was 4 of us boys, and that's how we made a living, and I come from a little town of 356 people. And I will guarantee you, nobody, when I graduated, signed in my yearbook that said you'll be the next governor of the state of Missouri. It was more like, good luck with whatever you're going to do, as I left that little town. And today, I was honored earlier today for a degree, which I didn't have a college degree. Of all the things I've been able to accomplish, I've never had that. And today, this university gave me the honor of an honorary degree today. And from where I came from, it's probably one of the most humbling days I've ever had to be able to receive that degree this morning. It's something I never dreamed I would have. And so now, I am like you, all you graduates. The only difference between me and you is it took me 69 years to get mine. So that's the good news for all of you. So I want to thank the university. I want to thank the faculty, the teachers, everybody, the dignitaries up here on the stage for what they do every day, to have the vision they've had for this university and things they do. I want to tell you what kind of honor it is to be up here on center stage with some of the men that was honored today and just recently. And if you notice, their backgrounds started where you started. Do you know that? So you think of all of us that's up here talking today, once upon a time, sat right where you sat, wondering what we were going to do. And I also want to point out one other thing today. You know the most line that got the most applause other than the special guest today? You know which line got the most applause? When Mo was talking about how much you're going to make when you get out, all these parents and grandparents clapped real loud. I'm telling you. I've sat in their seats for 6 times in graduation. Believe me, it's okay to think, boy, I'm glad this is over, and I'm glad they're going to go out there and make money. I know what you all are thinking up there. And trust me, they are, and they're proud of every one of you. When I was asked to speak at this commencement, you often think, what are you going to say in your life's journey that I've been able to go from that little town all the way to serve my country, to being a sheriff, to owning my own business, to being where I am today, and never knowing how I was going to get here. And the same thing for Teresa. Her beginning is similar to mine. We had very humble beginnings, and to be the governor and first lady of the state of Missouri has truly been a huge honor for both of us to be here today. But I want to talk to you today to address you, students. I'm going to skip the student deal. We're going to go to young men and young adults, because your student days are about numbered to where you're going to go out there. I want to talk about why and how you will be successful, and how I was successful, and how everybody that spoke today is successful, including the chancellor, is no exemption to what I'm going to tell. But a long time ago, many years ago, when you were born, you were given a toolbox. And each one of you have that toolbox here with you today. Every one of you sitting in those rows have a toolbox. And let me tell you where that toolbox came from. It came from your mom and dad's, when they brought people into this world. And you started putting things in that toolbox, or they started putting things in that toolbox for you. And you started carrying that toolbox around. And then you started putting more things in that toolbox by your other family members. And then you started putting other things in your toolbox when you went to school. Learning from your classmates, learning from your friends. You kept putting things in there. Because you know why we have toolboxes? Fix things, to build things, to make things better. That's why everybody has one. Most moms, most wives, all us guys have got one. Well, us guys have got 3 or 4 of them probably. I do. I've got one in the house, one in my vehicles, and one in the barns at the farm to be able to have tools to be able to fix things. You're going to have some tools in there that are faith-based tools that some of you have that's in that toolbox. You're going to have things that you learned when you were in kindergarten, when you're in school, and when you're in high school. And you're going to learn things from your friends, and in that toolbox there's going to be good things and there's going to be some bad things. But all these years you kept putting stuff in those boxes, and people started putting them in there for you. Because when you get to be like all of us is up here on this stage today, you're going to use that toolbox every day. Every day you're going to go back in there and you're going to utilize something you learned, something somebody give you, and all through your path, wherever you go, is going to be dictated by what's in that toolbox. And you're going to continue to put things in that toolbox. And if you look at my toolbox, it's going to be a little older. The old paint's not going to be as shiny as it once was. It's going to have a few dents in it. It's going to have a few dings in it. But all along life's journey, I'm still putting tools in that toolbox. And I've been able to do some incredible things with all those tools that people have given me. Every one of you is going to have a new toolbox today that you're going to take out of here. And you got lots of tools in it. You've got the tools. Each and every one of you have the tools to change not only this state, not only this nation, but this world. There is no telling where you will end up. No telling what you will accomplish with what this university, with all those people that were involved in those toolboxes, give you the ability to do. You can do anything you want to do. But I will tell you the secret to success, and I talked to a lot of gentlemen today, and someone, actually the chancellor's wife, asked me if I was going to give advice to people after the experience I've had in life, what would I give them? And I said, well, it would be pretty simple. Be who you are. Never try to be anybody you're not. Just be who you are. People want to like people who they are. It's when people try to be somebody they're not, is when things don't go so well. So I will finish with this. Do you know, as governor of the state of Missouri, there's one thing you learn of being a speaker sometimes? When you say in closing, 85% of the audience listens to you. In closing, few young adults, this is the other advice I'm going to give you besides being who you are. The door of opportunity is going to come your way. Each and every one of you sitting out there today, the door of opportunity is going to open. You are going to have a choice. Not your moms, not your dads, not your family members, not your friends. You, the person that is who you are. That door is going to come open, and you're going to have to decide whether you're going to walk through it or whether you're not, because opportunity is going to come. And I will tell you, it's going to come and it's going to go. If you do not walk through the door of opportunity, somebody else is going to step right in front of you and walk through the door. And that's the way this real world's going to work here in the very near future for all of you. Never forget who you are. Never forget where you came from. Never forget that toolbox you have, because inside that toolbox is everything you need to be successful in life. It is an honor and privilege to be the 57th governor of the great state of Missouri. Thank you all for having me here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Mike Parson. Dr. Gary Grubbs, Interim Vice Provost of Graduate Education, will now present the candidates for master's degrees, and Chancellor Degani will confer the degrees. Would the candidates for master's degrees please rise?
Master's degrees have been awarded for hundreds of years for recognition of mastery at the level needed originally for graduates to go abroad to teach their subject area. Today, our master's degrees candidates teach, consult, lead, and demonstrate expertise in their fields through various careers. Chancellor Degani, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have been recommended by the faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology for the master's degree as designated.
Thank you, Dr. Grubbs. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri, I confer upon you the master's degree in your respective fields, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining there too. Congratulations.
Graduates may be seated. Distinguished guests, please direct your attention to the screens at the front of the stage to recognize distance students participating virtually today.
Mazdi Bakush, Matthew Douglas Graves, Christina A. Spence,
The faculty marshals will now direct the master's degree graduates to the platform. Graduates will then go into the hallway for photos. Graduates, when you return, you may be seated.
Sam Michael George, Caleb Michael Bryan, Mahir Kablik, Katerina Zagarak, Ezekiel Yigwang Allen, Jossie Bosman Amofa, Reese Adam Watson, Jason Exiu, Audrey Catherine Marie Metcalf, Nari Galina Loftus, Rishvik Vanam Reddy, Avery Ralston, Elizabeth Lorraine Nolte, Liam A. Helfrich, Samriddhi Mangla, Rajlakshmi Maurya, Saikiran God Tiramani, Sahithi Thota, Posina Seti Magliasat, Gautam Kumar Bonu, Sai Prasad Raju Nagala, Yamini Chandu Naragam, Krishna Sai Rohit Vadla, Uma Maheswari Padinani, Sairam Badapothila, Soma Sakar Vavilapali, Banu Varma Domoraju, Mubina Begum Mohammed, Jayanth Viramachaneni, Pujitha Ganamukula, Venkata Fanindra Reddy, Yasaswini Kancherla, Adishwa Ramanathan, Jongsuk Hyun, Omar Tafik Abduluzim, Holly Page Fennell. Gunnar Roy Wurst. Catherine Eleanor Johnson. Garrett Yee. Adrina Ajay Manu. Martha Day. Abigail Boafo. Mariam Mohammed Bashir. Chilotam Gilda Ojokwu. Daniel Obepka Agbo. Prithviraj Pawar. McKenna Shri Sathvik. Bhargav Krishna Wenigala. Isahak Yahaya. Bharath Reddy Gade. Sri Harsha Singara. Naga Malaswari Koluri. Sravani Gaurakapati. Rashid Mohammed. Ritvik Reddy Vanguru. Braden Swift. Lavu Keith. Rohit Reddy Somu. Amani Manda. Abhijit Reddy Gorla. Sai Nath Miyana. Charan Kumar Reddy Dagavolu. Akshaya Reddy Chidarupa. Arika Balaramgari. Ebenezer Amuafo Ameyo. Amulya Krishna Aravetti. Smithy Godi. Bhavana Ralabandi. Omanyu Rohit. Samuel Marshall Alexander. Sai Vaishnavi Gangi Shetty. Mojesh Chimata. Vaishnavi Yasala. Cody Stephen Lewis. Ian Patrick McEwen.
Will the audience please join me in congratulating the graduates? Dr. Robin Gore, Vice Chancellor of Student Success, will now recognize our undergraduate honor students.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize students who completed the ROTC program at S&T and have been commissioned into the U.S. Armed Forces. Please stand as I call your name and be recognized. Commissioned as a second lieutenant into the U.S. Air Force are Nathaniel Guy, Francisco Josue Mendez, Clara Jañez, and commissioned as a second lieutenant into the U.S. Army are Austin Dixon, Jacob Brady Ferguson, Colin Edward Mitchell, Connor S. Mulkey, Michael Carl Radland, and Robert Daniel Velquez. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to recognize the students who have completed their bachelor's degree with a perfect 4.0 GPA grade point average. Please stand as I call your name to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Natalie Elizabeth Althoff, Gavin Reed Bard, Evan G. Blake, Benjamin Brooks, Adam Charles Burton, Jacob Sterling Byers, Benjamin Cuevas, Miles Eltai DeKemper, Matthew Dominicis, Davis Donovan, Malachi Ehlers, Seth Fisher Phillipson, Nathan French, John Goins, Alexia and Adriana Gonzalez, Cal Greiner, Vadim Grishuk, Liam Lee Grissett, Emily Kathleen Gurley, Ava Noel Hoynes, Jimmy Thomas Hirschgun, Jonathan House, Blake Klockner, Logan Charles Markley, Garrett Blake McIntyre, Jacob Stephen Myers, Dalton Andrew Moss, Tu Nguyen, Jacob S. Nowak, Dawson Pludre, Brady Thomas Pry, Caitlin Louise Roberts, Anai Sandova, Seth Evan Sievers, Jack Ryan Snyder, Aiden Ryan Summerer, Joseph Stecker, Joshua Daniel Taludo, Braden Samuel Uber, Maya Van Cardo, Landon Bryce Vyers, William Authen Weidler, Carson Wayne, and Eric Wong. You may remain standing, please. Now I would like to call your attention to those students who achieved Missouri S&T's highest academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. Will these graduates please rise? The names of these students are listed on pages 15 to 17 of your commencement program. Please join me. Congratulations on your amazing academic accomplishments. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Gore. Dr. James Sterling, the Vice Provost and Founding Dean for the Cummer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development, will now say a few words.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be here today. The Cummer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development is named for benefactors June and Fred Cummer. June was an architect, and the late Fred Cummer was a 1955 civil engineering graduate from S&T. Fred Cummer was more than a successful civil engineer. He was a successful business leader, innovator, and entrepreneur. The Cummer College, which launched in 2022, prepares our students for success in business, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Bachelor's degree recipients from the Cummer College were honored at this morning's ceremony for engineering management, business and management systems, and information science and technology. This afternoon, we are honoring bachelor's degree recipients in the field of economics. Will the candidates from the economics program please stand and remain standing?
Thank you, Dr. Sterling. You may be seated. Dr. Mirzad Bujurdi, Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education, will now present candidates for bachelor's degrees from departments within the college.
The College of Arts, Sciences, and Education is home to 9 academic departments and 2 ROTC units. We offer a diverse range of academic degree and certification programs. Our programs are built upon Missouri S&T's over 150-year-old legacy of educating talented, engaged professionals who think critically, communicate skillfully, and embrace a lifelong appreciation of artistic expression, history, entrepreneurship, technological innovation, and the natural world. All of you have taken classes within the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education in disciplines such as chemistry, English, history, and mathematics. These classes have challenged you, and they have helped prepare you for what lies ahead. Will the candidates from the following programs please rise and remain standing? Applied mathematics, chemistry, English and technical communication, history, multidisciplinary studies, philosophy, and last but not least, physics. Congratulations.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Dr. David Borak, Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Engineering and Computing, will now present candidates for bachelor's degrees from departments within the college.
Hello. As a proud alumnus of Missouri S&T, I'm honored to present candidates from programs within the College of Engineering and Computing. These candidates have put in many hours of hard work to reach this milestone in their career. We are proud of all they have done, and we look forward to their future success. Missouri S&T was founded 155 years ago, and our eyes are always on tomorrow. At S&T, we provide students with tools to create solutions to current challenges and those that don't yet exist. Together, we will engineer a bright future. Will candidates from the following degree programs please rise and remain standing? Architectural engineering. Chemical engineering. Civil engineering. Computer engineering. Computer science. Electrical engineering. Environmental engineering. Mining engineering. Last but not least, nuclear engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Dr. Stephen Roberts, Vice Chancellor for Strategic Initiatives, will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees, and Chancellor Degani will confer degrees upon the class of 2025. Will all bachelor degree candidates please stand?
Chancellor Degani, upon recommendation of the distinguished faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology, I'm honored to present these candidates standing before you for their bachelor's degrees as designated.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. By virtue of authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree in your respective fields, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations one more time.
Graduates may be seated. Distinguished guests, please direct your attention to the screen at the front of the stage to recognize a distant student participating virtually today.
Benjamin Andrew Knight.
The faculty marshals will now direct the graduates to the platform. Graduates will then go into the hallway for photos. Graduates, when you return, you may be seated.
Adam Joseph Rowles. Joshua Michael Santee. Jackson Terrence Marlette. Elias Hyatt. Jonathan House. Evan G. Blake. Andrew Petrie. Nathaniel Guy. James Hannibal. Landon Bryce Veers. Megan Elizabeth Brown. Gracie Mae Mallory James. Hannah Arlington. Eric Anthony Franklin. Gavin Reed Baird. Colin Pulis. Megan Bankendorf. Briley J. Cates. Kristen Melinda Nineheis. Jared Martin. Jacob Stephen Myers. Sierra Nicole Bell. Chorus Monique Davis. Mustafa Mahdi Hassan. Miles Altai Dekemper. Benjamin Levi Humphreys. Aaron Joseph Antal. Justice Don Gorsline. Michael Norman Fitzler. Aaliyah Ray Bingham. Elizabeth Adams. Kenneth William Holt IV. Lauren Hirsch. Ethan Michael Morrow. William James McKenzie V. Gideon Nybo. Jessica R. Sempner. Nicolette Jolie Kolink. Taylor Grace Lee. Abigail Lynn Adams. Rachel Bethany Winingear. Judy Renee Kempf. McKenna Kelsey. Clara Janis. Tucker McLean. Luke Roth. Nathan French. Nathan Helwig. Jesse James Camacho. Jonalia G. Hall. Maura Hake. Rebecca Ashley Grady. Jillian Marie Pelger. Andrew Thomas Hunt. Calvin Gifford. Heath Petrie. Blake Kluckner. David Miloshuski. Jared Kennick. Nicholas Riley. Will Andren. Judge Spencer Jukes. Morgan Marie Meager. Samuel Insall. Andrew Robert Armstrong. Michael Robert Deppner. Julian Renee Wortham. Michael Urton. Sydney Leanna Whitfeld. Joshua Daniel Taluto. Jordan Zane Rottinghouse. Aaron Skeens. Vincent Martin Stanfill. Noah Garrett Sparks. Austin Dale Thrasher. Austin Andrew Taylor. Zealand Weber. Joseph Adam Stuckmeyer. Benjamin Matthew Summer. Gabriella Turntine. Caitlin Louise Roberts. Madison Elena Simpkins. Hannah Jane Slings. Cameron D. Braswell. Evie Christine Smith. Christian J. Lovis. Ace Christopher Cannon. Jada Liang Nicole Ayers. Mia Earhart. Emily Claire Ohlendorf. Matthew Holloway. Molly Ann Prescott. Megan Renee Percy. Jamie Eve Christensen. Matthew Christopher Babcock. David I. Barlow. Micah Charles Belzer. Samuel Jacob Clodfelter. Hunter Riggs Coltis. Zachary Keith Coulter. Wyatt Trevor Barnett. Garrett Alexander Coggin. Jack Ryan Snyder. Carson Michael Short. Emily Elizabeth Peel. Erica Dawn Miller. Savannah Kayleen McKay. Brooklyn Willow Billick. Andrew Dean Lake. Jacob Lentz. Freddie Lanning. Connor James Kendall. Jason Levin Craker. Nicholas Crottinger. Eston Dale McBroom. Brian Michael Scobie. Anthony Lewis Price. Logan Voss. Hannah Marie Butkovich. Seth Fisher Phillipson. Caleb Benjamin Finn. Owen James Green. Conley Grace Harden. Ava Noel Honus. Lillian Fuller. Nathan DeRucky. Michael Radland. Brennan J. Hornbeck. Ian Jonathan Ingram. Garrett Jackson. Christopher Ernie. Andrew Jordan Ellinghaus. Cal Greiner. Dominic Pona. Austin Buck. Carson Wayne Williams. Seth Evan Sievers. Aaron Milner. Xavier S. Ross. Gabriel James Seneker. Andrew Dwayne Weiser. Tyler Warner. William John Ward. Victoria Peyton Velkel. Guy Russell Timbrook. Hunter R. King. David Paul Teague. Noah Clayton Taylor. David Harold Swift. Jacob Daniel Strotman. Matthew William Sticka. Aiden Holtz. Austin Michael Beckerdite. Marshall Haynes. Kevin Richard Finn, Jr. Tanner Lee Barnes. Aaron Dopsch. Joshua Hicks. Martin James de la Hunt. Anais Sandoval. Emily Kathleen Gurley. Owen Hancock. Jacob Sterling Byers. B. Awasam. Natasha Cox. Malachi Ehlers. Landon Jacob Binger. Aiden Richard Doherty. Abdelnafi Sibai. Clay Joseph Weiss. Ari Alexis Ortiz. Rupak Cannon. Jacob Joseph Kampelman. Cody Alexander Hunter. Maximilian Charles Neinreiter. Guan Lim. Joshua Zachary Lilly. Trevor Stallings. Ivan Ciempos. Matthew Christian Omorasimi. Jorge Luis Noriega Pereira. Ethan Williams. Joshua D. Ludwig. Shriji Maganti. Josue Cavazos Jr. Andrew Robert Banta. Davis Donovan. Michael Lee Herman. Benjamin Brooks. Joshua Mark Ivan Jernander. Diego Alejandro Acosta Carrillo. Grant R. Albright. Deborah Andrade Escobar. Prisha Anil. Larson Ashcroft. Charlie Walter. Abhishek Athmakuri. Dalton Beeler. Jeremy Bell. Himant Krishna Baba. Ethan Thomas Brushwood. Ross Burhans. Joseph Sabu Panthalani. Elizabeth Ortkeys. Salvatore M. Nigro. Tu Nguyen. Hung Tien Nguyen. Benjamin Nauman. Ryan Joseph Murphy. Vishanth Kumar Mudu. James Lewis Morrison. Alexander David Moravec. Avery Dylan Mitchell. Francisco Josue Mendez. Nathan August Mejia. Walter McDonnell. Braden Hurst McDonald. Alan Matthew. Adam Charles Burton. Adam Kamer. Lindsay Morgan Chan. Isaac Louis Chiodini. George Jeffrey Allen Copeland. Brennan D. Crawford. Claire Camelia DeVlieger. Dominic Dickerson. Matthew Dominicis. Jacob Brady Ferguson. Michael James Fetter. Maggie Yen Fu. Giannis Boyce Fu. John Goins. Ian Lee Grissett. Brendan Miguel Guillen. Austin Lewis Harkins. Braden Samuel Huber. Vincent Jaggard Stout. Timothy Robert Stokes. Samantha Sinha. Kyle Seifert. Tyler Neal Seabaugh. Jason Scott. Reese Daniel Schmeltz. Buddy Scharfenberg. Noah August Shaben. Andrew Lewis Sabala. Sophie Roy. Iman Roman. Timothy Prophet. Evan Pozo. Dawson Pludre. Samuel Taylor Polly. Ethan William Heckert. Grant Michael Heron. Jimmy Thomas Hirschken. Devin Michael Horn. Alex Daniel Hullion. Jack Christopher Jeep. Nitya Kalapali. Michaela Jelita Klein. Madeline Grace Harmon. Abigail Christine Krimmel. Ryan Andrew Kleesner. Caleb Joseph Cruz. Jordan Lewis. Matthew LeCarry. Jacob D. Long. Landon Joseph Claycamp. Jacob Stephan Novak. Dalton Andrew Moss. Quentin Joseph Charles Wilson. Wesley David Pryor. Garrett Blake McIntyre. Colin Vermillion. Tyler Nguyen. Killian Keenan Zindel. Everett Yan. Jack William Wyeth. Eric Wong. Lucas Wiley. Mason Waltke. Ryan Thomas Wellman. William Arthur Weidler. Elijah Wade. Hunter Dale Lutz. Jack Ricky Madison. Logan Charles Markley. Alexia Adriana Gonzalez. Natalie Elizabeth Altoff. Noor Batra. Elijah Samuel Day. Nadim Ibrahim Ayub. Tristan Kyler Jones. Samuel Joseph Horrell. Daniel Garrison. Matthew Carlton Howell. Jacob Cook. Charles Russell Hunn, Jr. Xavier Daniel Forte. Ryan Henry. Miranda Ray Brockmeyer. James Patrick Venegoni. Kashiti Sharma Shidij Shurma. Michael Evan Shanks. Rick Tyler Ellis. Tyler Van Vertlo. Joshua Whittam. Andy Patrick Kellogeri. Canon Kyle Prather. Karen Elizabeth Reinbold. Aiden Toe. Anthony J. Stimmel. Justin Konizny. Jackson Stack Unger. Cole Eugene Renken. Joseph Christopher Stecker. Jared Lee Braun. Andrew Gregory Thomas. Ethan Riley Tudor. William Drake Fons. Alex G. Dockery. Robert James Chrisman, Jr. Victor Ugochukwu Ozoli. Justin Matthew Fausto. Brady Thomas Pry. Annalie Carmen DeRusse. Charles Bedner. Alexis Vilela Silva. Benjamin Dwayne Adcock. Sean Thomas Atkisson. Colton Jones Dame. Hannah Elizabeth Dempster. Kaylee Denbo. Elizabeth Rose Grube. Haley Elizabeth Hall. Cody Lawrence Martin. Tegan Forrester Broman. Anna Barboza. Leatrice Parker Reese. Sydney Wagner. Ryan Jacob Say. Marcus Peter Bauer. Cameron J. Ashley. Jeff Estradios Marlowe. Kyle David McCutcheon. Robert Daniel Velasquez. Colin Edward Mitchell. Jacob Michael Zimmerman. Vince Famador Santiago. Catherine Elizabeth Schisler. Esther Opal Phillips. Teague Poe McElroy. Nicholas James Hayes. Catherine Ann Mackey. Lindsay McDonald. Emma Kathleen Tilley. Jamie Randall Ullman. Maximilian Colby Knack. Toby Lonning. Garrett Lee Bell. Connor S. Mulkey. Ryan Elizabeth Drake. Joshua William Nunn. Brett Richard Scott. And the one we've all been waiting for, Matthew Patrick Coletti.
How about another round of applause for our graduates? So once all our graduates have returned to their seats, we will continue with our program. We will wait until everybody gets back on their seats. In the meantime, once again, I would like to thank the family and friends who've traveled from far and distance to come here and be with our graduates. Your support has been vital for them to get to this point. To our graduates, I'd say take a mental image of the campus as you leave it. And when you come back in 5, 10, 20 years, you will see all the changes. But an important factor is for you not to forget about your alma mater and continue your engagement. In fact, you have a mechanism. Starting today, you can be an alumni and you can be a member of the Alumni Association and be a minor for life. So congratulations to all of you. Remember this place, remember your faculty, remember your family and friends, and when you get home, give them a long hug and thank them. Thank them for everything that they've done for you. So congratulations once again.
At this time, Missouri University of Science and Technology will confer 2 posthumous degrees. Chancellor Modugani will say a few words.
It is my honor to present a posthumous Bachelor's of Science degree in Civil Engineering to Isaac Lee Hayden. Isaac graduated from Licking High School in 2020. He scored a 33 on the ACT, placing him in the top 1% of the nation. He received scholarship offers from many universities, including Princeton University and West Point Military Academy. At S&T, Isaac was a member of the American Society of Civil Engineers, the Steel Bridge Design Team, and Astronomy Club. Isaac had a strong desire to focus his talents on improving our community and how he could make it better with his engineering degree. Even though he could have worked anywhere in the world, he wanted to focus his talent in Missouri so we could have better roads, bridges, and parks. Accepting this degree on his behalf are family members Isaac's mother, Janet Gerard, and Isaac's sister, Genesis Gerald. Thank you for being here. It is my honor to present the posthumous Bachelor's of Science degree in Computer Science to Tyler Grant Kay. Tyler graduated from El Dorado Christian High School in El Dorado Springs, Missouri. He also attended Crowder College in El Dorado Springs. At S&T, Tyler was a third-year student pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science. He was involved in sports and the Sacred Path campus ministry through S&T. Tyler was a member of the Army ROTC and Missouri National Guard. Accepting this degree on his behalf is Tyler's mother, Christian Tapp. Thank you very much for accepting this degree on behalf of Tyler Grant Kay. We will carry the goodness of these 2 young men in our hearts forever. We will now proceed with a commencement tradition. Graduates, please stand as you are able. I now invite you to move your tassel. Stand up. I now invite you to move your tassels from the right side of your caps to the left as a symbol of your graduation from Missouri University of Science and Technology. Congratulations. And so get your caps ready because you're about to do the iconic cap toss. No hard hats, please. And no those hats who had a 4-story structures built on them. Particularly, there was a cap with a nuclear reactor towers built on it. So none of those, please. If you're feeling ambitious and can hit the ceiling with your cap, you will receive the next honorary degree from here. Okay? Get ready. It's not that high. I'm sure you can do it. Again, no hard hats, please. I'm going to add some special effect when you're tossing your cap. It's going to make a loud noise. So be careful. Don't be scared. It's loud, but it's harmless. So on the count of 3, are you ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, I have an artificial intelligence sensor system that tells me nobody hit the ceiling. So if you want to get an honorary degree, you either have to be a multi-billion-dollar corporation like Mr. Keeley, or a mining guru like Bill Kennedy, or come back here and do it the hard way. Get your master's and PhD degree. Thank you. You may be seated now. Distinguished guests, please direct your attention to the screens at the front of the stage for congratulations from 3 distinguished individuals. The first speaker will be University of Missouri Curator Todd Graves, Chair of the Board of Curators. The second speaker will be the University of Missouri President, Dr. Moon Choi. He's a passionate champion for public higher education and for Missouri S&T, as well as our fellow University of Missouri universities in Columbia, Kansas City, and St. Louis. Concluding these remarks will be Dan Bailey, President of the Minor Alumni Association. The 3 distinguished individuals will now say a few words.
It is my honor to congratulate the Missouri University of Science and Technology class of 2025 on behalf of the University of Missouri Board of Curators. Graduates, we celebrate your achievements today as over the past 4 years you've worked diligently to earn your degree. I hope you're very proud of yourselves as you walk across the stage. You've persevered through classwork and research, late nights with little sleep, midterms and finals. Yet those are only a fraction of the moments that culminated in you receiving your degree today. Most likely, you've also determined tough life decisions, experienced the seen and unforeseen, and made friends that will last a lifetime. I believe it is these moments of perseverance and connection that have also prepared you to be inquisitive, eager, and ready to take on the world. When you cross this stage, you become part of our great network of Missouri S&T alumni. You can find minor alumni all over the world. Lean on them, as they will be excited to hear your stories and share theirs. Your minor ties will keep you connected and support you throughout your lifetime. Again, on behalf of the Board of Curators, congratulations, graduates. We can't wait to see your journey unfold.
Congratulations, graduates. You've accomplished so much, and because of your hard work and focus, you're about to graduate from one of the finest universities in the country. Many of you are about to start a great career, begin graduate or professional studies, or serve in the military. No matter your goals, you've earned your success. But you didn't achieve excellence alone. Many have supported you along the journey, including your family, friends, and our incredible faculty and staff. Thank you for being part of the S&T community and for your commitment to making a difference. Congratulations, miners.
Greetings, fellow miners and friends. I'm Dan Bailey, president of the Miner Alumni Association and a proud two-time S&T graduate in geological engineering and engineering management. Today, it's my honor to congratulate our new graduates on behalf of the entire Alumni Association. As you begin a new chapter in your lives, never forget that you are part of one of the greatest alumni networks in the world. On this milestone day for our new graduates and your families, over 70,000 Miner alumni join me in celebrating your achievements and your bright futures. I encourage you to make the most of that advantage by staying connected, getting involved, and mentoring the next generations of Miner alumni. The opportunity that is now in front of this group will take you to all corners of the globe, but remember, no matter where you live or work, you'll always be a Miner.
Chancellor Modegani will now say a few words to conclude our program.
Congratulations once again. And let me also recognize a number of people whose hard work behind the scenes make events like this possible. A lot of planning and coordination goes into meetings like this, folks. It's no easy task. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Paul Hertz, our narrator behind the scenes. If you want to see where Paul is standing, he's right there waving at you. So that's Paul. Thank you, Paul. Mr. John Francis, our name reader, is standing there. I don't know how he does it, folks. It's not easy to read all these names. Deanne Jackson, our registrar and her staff. Deanne is somewhere here. Thank you, Deanne. The Associates in Sign Language, LLC, for providing professional American Sign Language interpretation. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your service. Our band and choir, Brian Flegel in Media Services and his team, our event coordinators and S&T's Executive Commencement Committee. Dr. Steve Raper, Associate Provost for Academic Operations, Accreditations, and Assessment. I know Steve is here somewhere. Thank you, Steve. Our script writer, Velvet Hasner. Velvet always hides somewhere in the back of the room. She just doesn't want to be embarrassed. I know, Velvet, you're in here somewhere, so thank you for everything that you do. Our staff in the Chancellor's office, including the Chief of Staff, Jill Tanner. I see Jill. She's the very last person in the room. Thank you, Jill. And Lynette Epstein, who does a lot of heavy lifting. The facilities staff and everyone else behind the scenes. Thanks for all that you are doing. And now I will turn it over back to Dr. Paul Hertz. Paul?
Thank you, Chancellor Degani. As a reminder, photo booth locations are available throughout campus and are listed on page 10 of your program. We invite you to use them for taking photos after the ceremony. We will now play the Alma Mater hymn, recorded and performed by the Missouri S&T Choir. Feel free to join in. The words are printed on the back of your program. After the hymn, we ask the audience to please remain seated until after the recessional. Distinguished guests, this concludes today's commencement ceremony. The mace bearers will now lead the recessional. Following the recessional, you may exit and meet your graduates outside the building to provide for an orderly and efficient departure for all. Thank you.